Did you know that butter was discovered more than 4,000 years ago? Butter is one of the oldest and most versatile foods in human history. From its origin in rural kitchens thousands of years ago to its presence on the shelves of modern supermarkets, this delicious dairy derivative has accompanied generations, adapting to countless cultures and culinary traditions. Whether spread on toast, enriching a sauce, or as a key ingredient in the most sophisticated desserts, butter has maintained its place as a large-scale butter production not only seeks to replicate traditional techniques in an industrial context, but also combines science, engineering, and sustainability to meet the demand of millions of consumers around the world. This process involves transforming the milk into a final product that maintains its creamy texture, its characteristic flavor, and its nutritional properties. But butter is not just a food, it is also a symbol of tradition and cultural heritage. From its role in the diet of ancient civilizations to its transformation into a key element in the modern food and gastronomic industries, this product has left a profound mark on how we cook and enjoy food. Furthermore, its versatility knows no limits. It is equally welcome in a simple recipe at home as in the most sophisticated dishes of haute cuisine. Butter is one of the oldest and most universal products in the history of gastronomy. From its origin as a farm-made staple thousands of years ago to becoming an essential ingredient in modern cuisine, butter has maintained a special place in our diets. Whether spread on a slice of bread, melted on a steak, or as a base for desserts and sauces, its creamy texture and unmistakable flavor have conquered generations around the world. But have you ever stopped to think about how butter is produced on a large scale in the modern industry? Although nowadays it is easy to find it in supermarkets ready to use, behind each bar or container, there is a fascinating process that combines traditional techniques with cutting-edge technology. This industrialized process allows us to produce thousands of tons of butter per day, maintaining quality standards that ensure a uniform, safe, and delicious product. Making butter on an industrial level not only involves whipping milk cream until it transforms into a solid emulsion. It also requires precise temperature control, automated processing systems, and packaging designed to retain freshness for longer. All this happens in factories that function as true food laboratories, where each step is calculated in detail to guarantee that the final product meets consumer expectations. However, butter is not just a food product, it is also part of our history and culture. From recipes passed down from generation to generation to its role in the most demanding professional kitchens, this humble dairy product has left a profound mark on how we enjoy and prepare our meals. So when you think of butter, don't think of it as just another ingredient. It is the result of centuries of evolution, creativity, and human effort. It is an example of how industrial processes can preserve the essence of an artisanal food while taking it to a massive scale, making it accessible to millions of people. Welcome to the fascinating world of industrial butter, where tradition and innovation meet to create something so simple and, at the same time, so extraordinary. In recent decades, the demand for butter has increased exponentially. As global food trends favor natural and traditional ingredients, butter has regained its place in the daily diet of millions of people. However, meeting this global demand is a huge challenge for factories. Large-scale production. Factories must process thousands of liters of milk each day to meet the required volumes. Seasonality of production. Milk availability varies depending on the time of year, which can affect production and costs. A critical problem for manufacturers is ensuring that each stick of butter has the same characteristics in flavor, texture, and quality, regardless of where and when it is produced. Large-scale production introduces variables such as differences in milk. Milk quality can vary depending on the region and season. Process control, ensuring that each batch goes through the same processing stages without alterations, requires advanced machinery and constant monitoring. Butter, being a dairy product, is highly sensitive to external factors such as temperature and contamination. Rigorous pasteurization. It is essential to eliminate any harmful bacteria during the pasteurization process without compromising flavor or texture. Storage control. From the factory to the supermarket, butter must be kept at optimal temperatures to avoid deterioration. Factories that produce butter for international markets must comply with different regulations and standards in each country. Labeling regulations. Some countries require the exact content of milk fat, salt, and additives to be specified. Microbiological testing. Each batch must undergo rigorous testing to ensure it does not contain contaminants. The butter production process requires large amounts of milk, water, and energy. Milk consumption. To produce a kilo of butter, between 20 and 25 liters of milk are needed. This high consumption puts pressure on the dairy industry and the environment. Energy in the factory. The pasteurization, mixing, and cooling stages require machinery that consumes large amounts of energy. Whey, a byproduct of the butter-making process, can pose a problem if not handled properly. Efficient management. Although whey can be reused in other food products, handling it on a large scale requires additional infrastructure. Waste reduction. Factories are constantly looking for ways to minimize solid and liquid waste derived from the process. Butter is a perishable product that requires an efficient cold chain to maintain its freshness during transport. Controlled temperatures. Any temperature variation can affect the texture and quality of the product. Global coverage. Factories that export butter must guarantee that the product arrives in perfect condition to distant destinations. The food industry operates under a system of constant demand, where supermarkets expect frequent and fair deliveries. Precise coordination. Butter must be manufactured, packaged, and shipped on tight deadlines to avoid overstocking or shortages. Logistics costs. Transporting a product refrigerated at a global level implies high fuel and storage costs, which increases the final price. Today's consumers are looking for products that are not only tasty, but also reflect ethical and sustainable values. Organic butter. The growing demand for organic products has forced many factories to adapt their processes to comply with stricter certifications. Salt-free or low-fat options. These varieties require adjustments to traditional recipes and processes. Consumers also demand packaging that is recyclable or biodegradable, which adds a level of complexity to the production process. Reduction of plastics. Many factories are switching to renewable materials for their packaging. Innovations in design. Packaging must protect the product and at the same time meet sustainability expectations. Industrial butter competes with other dietary fats, such as margarine and vegetable oils. This presents an economic challenge for producers. Cost control. Maintaining competitive prices while ensuring quality and sustainability can be complicated. Differentiation in the market. Butter brands seek to stand out through innovation in flavor, attractive packaging, and campaigns that highlight their ethical values. Industrial production, advanced technology, and the search for perfection in each stick of butter. After exploring the challenges the industry faces in introducing and presenting the problem, it's time to delve into the entire process. From the arrival of the milk at the factory to the final packaging, each stage is a testament to the balance between tradition and technology. This development will take you step by step through the fascinating world of industrial butter. Butter's journey begins on dairy farms. Every day, thousands of liters of milk are collected from certified farms that follow animal welfare and quality standards. Initial inspection. Before being transported, the milk is tested to ensure that it meets the appropriate levels of fat and protein. Cold chain. Refrigerated tanker trucks transport the milk to the factory, keeping it fresh throughout the journey. When the milk arrives at the factory, it goes through a separation process using centrifugation, high-speed centrifuges. These machines separate the fatty solids, cream, from the rest of the liquid, whey. Quality control. The cream is analyzed to guarantee its freshness and consistency before moving to the next stage. Pasteurization is a critical step to eliminate bacteria and ensure the safety of the final product. The cream is heated to specific temperatures, between 80 and 90 degrees Celsius, for a short period, and then quickly cooled. This process is designed to preserve the natural flavors of the cream, eliminating microbiological risks. Pasteurization not only ensures safety, but also improves the shelf life of the product. Greater durability. Pasteurized butter can be stored for longer without losing its freshness. Uniform base. This step ensures that the cream has the same characteristics for each production batch. This is where the magic happens. The cream undergoes a continuous churning process that separates the fat solids from the whey. Churning machines, huge drums rotate at high speed, breaking down fat molecules and forming small lumps that eventually become butter. Guaranteed purity. This step ensures that the butter tastes clean and does not develop acidic flavors over time. Improved texture. Washing helps soften the butter, preparing it for the kneading stage. The butter is transferred to specialized machines that knead it to give it its characteristic texture. Homogenization. The fat particles are distributed evenly to avoid irregularities. Depending on the final product, salt is added to the butter. Unsalted butter. For consumers looking for a purer flavor or those on low-sodium diets. Salted butter. Salt not only improves the flavor but also acts as a natural preservative. The butter, now ready, is transferred to molding machines, molding into blocks or bars. Depending on the market and consumer needs, butter is molded into different sizes and shapes. Speed and precision. The machines can mold thousands of sticks of butter per hour, ensuring uniformity in each one. Butter packaging should not only be functional but also environmentally friendly. Recyclable waxed paper. Many manufacturers are opting for biodegradable materials to reduce environmental impact. Informative labels. In addition to listing the ingredients, the packaging includes information about the origin of the milk and the brand's sustainable practices. Packaged sticks of butter are stored in industrial freezers, controlled temperature. Maintaining the butter at constant temperatures ensures that it retains its freshness and texture until it reaches the consumer. Butter is transported in trucks equipped with refrigeration systems. Guaranteed cold chain. From the factory to the points of sale, the butter is kept at optimal temperatures to avoid deterioration. Manufacturers export butter to international markets, facing logistical challenges and country-specific regulations. And so we come to the end of this journey through the fascinating world of industrial butter production. What began as an artisanal food in kitchens thousands of years ago has evolved to become a product that combines tradition, science, and technology on a large scale. Each stick or container of butter that we see in supermarkets is the result of a highly specialized process that guarantees flavor, quality, and consistency in each unit. Industrial butter production shows us how something seemingly simple, like whipping cream to separate its components, can become a complex operation involving advanced machinery, strict quality controls, and teams of experts overseeing every stage. From milk selection on farms to final packaging, each step is designed to optimize performance and deliver a safe and delicious product. But beyond technique, industrial butter also tells us a story of innovation and commitment. Factories have adopted sustainable practices such as reducing waste and using byproducts to minimize their impact on the environment. Furthermore, with the growing demand for healthier and diversified options, the industry has responded with products such as low-fat, unsalted butters, and vegan alternatives, demonstrating its ability to adapt to consumer tastes and needs. The next time you use butter for cooking, baking, or simply spreading it on a slice of bread, remember all the work that goes into that small but essential ingredient. It is a reflection of how humanity has perfected and modernized a food that, despite its simplicity, plays a fundamental role in our gastronomy and culture. Thank you for coming here. Subscribe and comment on the word butter. See you soon.